Rule. Only the referee can stop the fight in case the cut is caused by an accidental head.
That Juarez and Barrera's image and greatness, are they right? He had at this point, and wearing a political statement, vote no.
The new Julio Cesar Chavez to the Mexican people, and after the loss of Pac
now stands at 25 victories, including 18 knockouts. 61 victories, including 42 knockouts.
Barrera.
Buena suerte los dos.
Barrera.
If there's a weakness in Juarez's scenario, Rocky Juarez fires a wide left hook. End of everybody yesterday, who wins the jabbing contest early. So
For the most part, Juarez is doing a very good job of getting away from a lot of the punches. Recall seeing Barrera fight, and he punches very short.
Persistent style of Juarez. It is not the
good jab by Juarez, stuck it right into the mouth of Barrera. And now Barrera steps in. Barrera provided the flurry as we go to the corners.
Don't follow the guy.
That cut.
I don't think it's dangerous right now at this stage right now. In particular,
He's got to consider letting his hands go more than that. 38 punches around isn't enough for Juarez to put.
keep you busy, and then see how you react to the jab, and then he'll know.
Stop! Break! Atrás de la cabeza no dijo.
Particularly in his 3 fights against Derek Morales, and there you see why. Is he back?
He might have a slight edge in some of those exchanges because he's a
Juarez got it onto the chin of Barrera. And there's a good left hook by Juarez.
get in that zone again where he can punch and get in and out.
Juarez short with the right. Hook thrown by Juarez.
So the champ catches one right on the nose.
Both Tarver and Hopkins are in high promotional gear.
Have is the hope that he doesn't get tired emotionally.
That brought the blood from Barrera's nose. Might have won the round for round 2. Barrera slowed to 11 out of Rocky Juarez, becoming much more assertive now with his jab. Barrera choosing to create more space in round 2.
Punches very good.
And so now Barrera seems to feel Barrera picking Juarez
Together, which is what he does very well.
One thing is, and there's an uppercut by Barrera as well. Now Juarez
Not leaving himself open, not opening up either.
Punch. Right now, Barrera's getting away from most of the right hands from.
as he goes into the ropes, fights back to end the round, but
Juarez's left hook, the punch that says
3. Juarez 10 out of 54, including the big left hook.
there's some good shots. In round 3, Rocky Juarez did just that. He got a great
Minimum of the fight turning towards Rocky, so now he's stepping it up. Jones.
even bigger than Pacquiao.
I think so.
In the crowd for both fighters. We're hearing dueling chant. That's where he fought Kennedy McKinney in the first Boxing After Dark.
Yeah. But most of these Mexican fighters have spent so much time
He's been flirting with that warning.
as a puncher, with the other guys was more like trying to go for this.
Work on that shot. We've been working inside. You understand? It's a short right hand.
No, but he has not yet turned it up.
CompuBox not to fight aggressively now to try to keep Juarez away. Pressure, pressure, pressure. As Rocky left and right upstairs. Juarez lands a jab. Barrera goes straight in anyway.
So he changed up and then he starts going forward.
Barrera getting going with the left. Has to watch out when they separate here that Juarez doesn't snap him with a... Championship boxing, one of the biggest fights of the year. Taylor Wright. Fairly astonishingly, the CompuBox numbers for the managing to maintain a tactical control while stateside. Juarez could score with uppercuts himself, but hasn't
To get those big punches in.
Stop! Break!
He's tactically in command as he circles away from Juarez and chooses. Finally, he throws one. Now, to take his chances on trying to take some of the steam out of Juarez. Barrera almost spat his mouthpiece, put it back in and
Stop!
go up with a big left hook and land another big shot before the round is over. championship fight in Los Angeles, the king of the 130-pound weight class.
4 or 5 left hooks. Barrera landed to the waistband to Juarez in round 9. 55. Marco Antonio Barrera.
See him fight on this level of competition 10 years. And has he been holding back? Just
to mouthpiece. Barrera rips Juarez with an uppercut. It's the kind of fight so far in which, even if Juarez loses, his reputation,
so
I'll say.
And Barrera knows that too.
Under the navel on the belt line, the way Harold Letterman described it. Hard right hand.
A fighter has to invest body punching in the...
I won't stop at a 1, 2, 3 punch. I want him 4 combinations. Now we're going to the later round. Let's get
Barrera 18 out of 55. Juarez 7 out of 6.
Barrera's face.
Who has no other particular cachet in the sport. Is only really
showing tonight and making adjustments back and forth throughout this.
Breathing harder than we think he is, whether this has been really hard on him because...
Well, it wouldn't be out of the question that Juarez broke his jaw with one of those telling his corner he wants a new mouthpiece. It'll be interesting to see if they have an option.
Physical problem that we may not know of.
It's not like it out. It's not you're making a miss.
Point looming if Barrera loses it again.
You don't know.
Knows he's fighting from behind. And if you listen to the...
A la Oscar De La Hoya against Felix Trinidad.
And that's exactly...
The culture is similar. Barrera with an uppercut between Juarez's backing Barrera up from the second round onward.
But still, the jab has been the biggest factor in this round. Still.
10 seconds.
This round could be stealable for Barrera. The momentum in the fight seems to belong.
You gotta do it, Marco. You gotta throw a lot of punches.
Out of the Pacquiao fight because of so many surrounding circumstances.
Have it through 9.
Okay, Jim. The burning question is, did Rocky throw the shots and back and Marco up 6-3?
The young, strong guy going after the older guy.
And he's still been boxing, and the most effective punch still for the most part.
Something big. Left hook lands up top for Marco Antonio. Juarez into the ropes. Now Juarez gets in another left. Barrera mostly circling away from Juarez. Both guys have landed some big shots. Barrera seems determined to...
And once again, you see him getting close again. He's crowding and getting closer to Barrera.
Get him up. Get him up. Don't let him sit up. When you get in there, you throw the...
Punches in round 10. Barrera 12 out of 54. Juarez 19 out of... Barrera almost slips in the center of the ring. You heard Rudy Perez say to Barrera, if he can beat one of the reigning... With a chance to score now. Pins Juarez against the ropes. Barrera retaliates on the other side. Juarez with a right.
That again. And the Morales fights. But it's just right now. This guy.
Barrera trying to resurrect the old magic. One more time.
To take over? Or can the old lion...
79. 4 more punches. Has landed 121.
Everything to make it a physical fight.
A tumultuous 11th round. 6. Barrera's the one who's had 65 fights. Juarez with 2. Huge hit up. Keep Juarez off of him. Uses the jab to pop Juarez.
Barrera landed there, now straight.
What a courageous show by both men. If he comes apart down the stretch, it could be because he'll be trying for the knockout.
With a strong young lion.
Knocked up and still may be beaten by one of the greatest of all time. Klitschko. Vitaly Klitschko against Corey Sanders. Taylor Hopkins won 115, 113 for Taylor. He was in the majority. Barrera is the winner, and there's no certainty to that. I mean, it takes...
Scores the contest 115, 113 is a draw.
Well, Barrera fought a good fight because he was with a different type fighter that he hasn't fought.
Barrera, of course, with 2.5-inch longer arms than Juarez.
Rocky es un excelente peleador, lo demostró, por lo cual tiene 26 años. Basically, the only punch he was ever really landing was his jab.